Hi, today we are going to see how to create or how to build an intelligent agent using Dialog Flow and Python. You know what is intelligent agent? You can take any example for a chatbot which is attached with some of the websites to provide some customer services to support for customer service support, and also for some of the social media we are having some of the chatbot attached with it which is helping you to find out the interest of the users, right? Similarly, here also we are going to create one such intelligent agent using Google Dialog Flow, right? So first of all we have to create one uh, Dialog Flow agent. So for that, the step one is we have to open dialogflow.google.com cloud.google.com website, right? So search it in Google and go to this page. See, this page will be open. So here, once if you get into that, it will ask for whether you want to open in using your login just created. Start it for free first. So here in this left hand side, it will list out all the agents whatever created. I have created many such agents. If you want to create a new agent, let's start with this one. So first it will ask what is the name of the agent. I'm going to create an agent for providing informations about all the courses available in a university. Okay. So let me give SRM admission like this, right? I have already created one such agent, so we can use that one, right? So the name of the agent what I have created here is SRM chat. Once if you create that agent, just click it. Once if you create it, this agent will be listed here. The name of the agent will be listed here. Once if you create this agent, first of all, you have to create the dialog flow. What are all the queries given by the users and what is the intent of creating that such agent and what are the responses to be given by this agent. So these are all the things we have to build when you are building this agent. To know the intent of the user, there is an option to create intent. So in this left hand side, next to this agent list, here we are having, when you're creating itself, it is asking you what is the language, right? We have given here as English. When you're creating itself, you can give it, right? So once I create this agent, there are many menus are here. First of all, the general properties or the description about the agent. And the second one is project ID is given here. And what are the features we want to include it here for the beta features, right? And the next one is language. I am choosing English. And if you want to include some of the ML classification, we can include it here. The conference score given here is zero point 0.3. And if you want to import some of the intents, or if you want to import some other agents, means that information can be included here as a backup, right? Either you can export a zip, otherwise if you want to import another agent, you can import it using this option. And also the next one is the environment. So in this environment, where are you going to create these versions and how are we going to maintain this environment? So all these informations we can give using this connected integrations, right? And finally we have to publish it, right? And if you want to get the input in the form of a speech, means they can enable auto speech adoption. Okay, automatic text to speech is also can be given here. And the next one is a sharing option. So you can share this to some other ID, right? You can invite the people here. And the advanced feature here is for sentiment analysis, you can enable this button. Okay, so these are all the informations we can give as an initial when you are creating this agent, right? I have already created this one with the basic features. So let me save this one. Let's get into this. First of all, when you're creating this dialog flow, I have told you that we have to create intent, right? So basically, there will be default welcome intent and default fallback intent. So when you click this default welcome intent, here you can change the name, edit the name of this welcome intent. And here we are having the context. So this context helping you to find out at what state you are there in the dialog flow, and what are the events that you can add it here. But as of now we are not including these things. This is the training phrase, which is helping us to know about what are the phrases given by the user. When the user is saying something, the dialog flow has to get that text and it has to matches it to the intent, and it should categorize that this person is asking for this intent, and this query is about this intent, like that, right? So for that, the user may ask the questions in a different form. All that different forms of expressions can be listed here. As a first step of any when you're opening any dialogue, first of all we have to greet it, no? So for that, in this welcome intent, we are giving all the expressions for greeting, right? It may be just hi, hello, hey there, hi there, greetings, right? Or you can have lovely day, I greet you, hello again, hi, like that, right? So all these expressions can be included. If you want, you can have your add your expressions here. In the welcome intent, already these set of expressions are available. If you want to remove it, you can delete it. If you want to add new expressions, you can add it. This is the first step. So when the user is giving this text, it will recognize this intent as a welcome intent, right? So the name of the intent is given here as welcome intent. And what is the action to be performed here? That can be included here, right? Based on this expression, we have to perform some action. As of now, I am not giving any actions here. And also, if you want to extract some of the parameters from this expression, that can be added in this parameters. But for the first greeting intent, I'm not including any action and parameters. But once if you give this text, the bot has to, that intelligent agent has to respond it back. So in the text response, initially, it was having list of expressions what can be given as a response for your greeting, right? Now I am giving hi. May I know your name? Okay. You can give another response also. How can I call you? Hi. How can I call you? So these are all the text responses which will be generated as a response for your query, right? Once if you add it, next, here in this, we are having fulfillment. This is enabling webhook call for this intent. So, when you are integrating with Python, this will help us to call that webhook function. So, we have to enable this. Initially, it was disabled. Now, we are enabling it. Okay. And after doing that, save it. Okay. Let us test it here. Hi. Hi. How can I call you? Okay, this is the response given by this agent. Hope you understand this part. Next, let's create the next agent. Okay, next intent. Just go to this, create intent again. Let us first call this intent. Now, let us list this intent. I have created one more intent. The name of the intent is get name 3, right? You can give any name here by editing this, right? Once if you create this intent, next we have to see here what is the context. I'm not giving any context, as well as events, so it's not given. Now let's get into this training phase. This is the intent following that welcome intent. So if the user is giving hi, the bot responds, the intelligent agent responds as, give the response as hi, how can I call you? Now, the user has to respond it back. That response is given in this training phrase expressions, right? I'm giving like, I'm Fatima. My name is Fatima, right? So instead of just giving the name, whatever the name is given, it should recognize that as an intent. That's why when you are giving here, for example, I am giving, you can call me as Fatima, right? Once if we give this is the key parameter, so we can select this. So this is the key entity, and this entity can be added as a parameter, and what is the type of that value, right? The value may be, you can give the value in the form of a period, weight, name, temperature, length, and many different data types are available. Last name, first name. For applications, you need zip codes, date value, or even for geographical locations, if you want to know the address, geocapital, country, and everything is available, right? Now, as I'm just giving this as name, you can give it as sys.any, right? This is what I gave in the when I gave this for this Fatima first expression. Once if you give this one, immediately that parameter will be created in this parameter list, right? And we can change the name of the parameter as name. I will show you how to do that here. Just I am called once if let me show it here. As I created this intent in this part, immediately the name of that parameter is added here, right? Here I am giving the name as name, and entity type is sys.any. The value is, resolved value is given as Fatima here, because when I call this, I am giving this as Fatima. But in case if you want to accept any such type of strings, means you can give dollar prompt name. So even if you give different names, that will be taken by your bot as the name, right? So that's why it should be given as dollar name. That is for generalization, right? Okay. So you can call me as Fatima. You just click it, and here let me give as Fatima here and select it. It is asking you, see, already we have created the name parameter, no? So sys any name. So it is taking this. This is similar to the one what is given in this expression and for this expression also. So all these three are mentioning the name parameter. Okay. So once if the user is giving this training phrases, the entity name will be taken by this action and parameters field. And next the response. What should be the response from the bot or the agent? So here we have to, the response is given in this. It's given as hi, the name of that user. How can I help you? Right? Okay. I can include some other versions of text response also. Another response, let me add one more response here. Hello, Dolly. May I help you? Right? Once you add this, go to fulfillment, enable this webhook call. Right? So done. Save it. Okay. Done. Okay. When you try in this one, initially it was given hi. The agent responds as, how can I call you? I am responding like Fatima here. Instead of Fatima, let me give another name. Right? The response is, hi Safu, how can I help you? Right? In the place of dollar name, the name what was given by the user is taken here. So the user says Safu here. The response is hi dollar name. In the name place of dollar name, the Safu is taken. So here I have given here no in this part Fatima is here is given. Instead Safu here is given. So it is taking that name and the response is generated. Okay, so this way you can include many such intent, and once if you save it, you can see in this intent we have created entity. The name of the entity is name. Similarly, you can have your custom, your own entities also, right? You can create it. As I have created one intent for this particular two statements. Let me get into the procedure for integrating with Python. Normally, when you are running this for testing this, you have to go to integration, and you can connect this agent with one click telephony versions with all these APIs, or you can go for text based APIs. Either you can go to Dialog Flow Messenger or Facebook. This bot will be integrated with Facebook or Hangout chat or Slack or Telegram, anyone, right? If you don't want to connect it to anyone, if you just want to save show that agent bot here itself, means just you can give web demo. Okay, so if it is given like that, automatically that bot will be coming here. Okay, now I'm going to call this bot using Python program. So this is one way, by clicking that web demo, immediately you will get that window here and that will be listed. Let me show you one more example for another agent. Okay, already I have created. So if I click this integrations and click this web demo, it's asking this one with the link. Just enable and click it. It will open the page, and in that page this bot will be open, right? So I can give the text, the bot that bot will respond. This is for another one agent, right? Hello, how can I help you? This way we can test our bot, right? So this is one method. Either you can integrate with web demo or you can integrate with another APIs like Facebook or Dialog Flow Messenger or Kik or Skype or any one of these, right? APIs, even in Twitter also. But in this video, I am going to show you how to integrate with Python, right? So in this fulfillment, we have to enable this webhook, right? So let me go to the chat bot we have created already. That bot, this is SRM chatbot. So here, welcome intent is there and get name is there, right? You can add your context here. That is telling you what is the current context and all, right? So when you are testing it here, it will come correctly. Let me try again. Hi, hi. How can I call you? I'm Sujay. I'm doing another version. Hi, Sujay. How can I help you? So it's working fine here. If you go to this diagnostic info, this JSON page will be open. Here we are having all the informations about the queries, right? The response ID, what is the query result for this, and for the second query, the user gave us I am Suji, and the bot responded as hi Suji, how can I help you, right? So the user query is given in this query text of query result, and the bot responses is given here in fulfillment text. They both are in this query result. Okay, so we are going to retrieve these informations about what is the user response query and what is the response of the bot, and that information will be retrieved and we can save it in our database for future use, right? In case if we are creating one such agent for admission purpose for any universities, if any of the student is inquiring about the courses, after giving all the information about the courses, we can get the contact details like name, email, everything. All these informations will be received from the user and we can save it in our database, right? So for that we need Python code to integrate with this dialog flow. So for that we are going to this fulfillment page. Here we have to call one local server. So for this we are going to include ng-rock, right? So ng-rock is, let me go to ngrock.com/download. So this is, let me show you what is ngrock first. Just type here. It's a server, right? So it is providing a real-time web user interface, which is like we can have our HTTP request here. So this is like a local server port. We can connect it to internet and we can get all the requests from them, right? So when you are taking this ngrock and download it first, your downloaded file will be in a zip format in downloads, right? Extract it. So this is the folder where you are having your ngrock.exe file, that application file. So first of all, we have to run this, right? So go to command prompt. In the command prompt, so like this, go to command prompt, copy this path, cd, change directory, right? If you list that directory, it is having ng.exe. Here, we have to invoke this by giving the protocol name and also the port number, right? Once if you give this, this will be listed, right? So session status, online status, starting this, the region and web interface and this port number, right? All these are coming, right? Up to this it will come. Or once if you create this, next we are going to copy this I HTTPS this one, and in the fulfillment page you have to copy this, right? In the URL first, in the fulfillment, in the webhook you have to enable that webhook and then copy that here. Okay, once if you copy this, you can save, right? This is the way you are connecting your Google Dialog Flow with that right, Xerox server, and this is using HTTP protocol and the port number 5000. Let's start writing Python code to extract these informations from this dialog flow. So for that, first of all, install Python. You can take the recent version. After installing it, go to command prompt. So in the command prompt, search the folder where you have your, see, search the folder where you have your Python. So in the first step, it started with searching the directory and reach the directory where I have my Python. After this, create one directory, make directory. So for that you have to give mkdir. Let me show here. cd dot dot. Let me search it. I'm having my right. I'm cd users. Either you can do in stepwise or you can directly search that folder here. Go to this C colon, C colon, users, and here if you search slash app data, local programs, Python, Python 3.10. So this is the folder where I have my Python. So here we are going to create one virtual environment to install Flask, right? So I have created one such directory. The name of the directory is FatFat. So for creating this, just you can give cd python 310. So I reach the Python folder. Now I can give make directory fat fat1, right? If you go and see here, a new folder was created, right? Okay, fine. After that, you can go to that particular folder. Already I have created FatFat where I have installed my Flask. So we can create like this. In this one, you try with installation of Flask. For any installation, we are using pip. For this pip, that pip file will be available in inside this Python 310. We are having a scripts folder. Inside this script folder, we are having this pip application, right? So let's use that pip and go to cd script. So in that we can install Flask. Either you can do like this, otherwise what you can do is, first of all, you can create virtual environment. For that, let me get into this fat first, or I will show you like this. As I am creating new folder, I'm using that one. Here I'm creating a new environment, virtual environment, and the name of the folder can be given. For executing this, it is not necessary to get into this directory what I have created now. Instead, I can do it in that Python folder itself, right? So what I have to do here is, let me give the code as Python hyphen m virtual environment and the name of the folder what you have created. If you don't create such folder and if you give the name of the folder, that folder will be created for virtual environment, right? So this is the step for creating this virtual environment. Once if you create this, next what we have to do is, we have to go and search the folder, right? So if you go and search this Python 310, inside this fat1, this virtual environment has been created. That Py environment file will be there, scripts file will be there, and all the details are here. Next, what you have to do is, now we have to install that Python, right? So go to, if you are when you are installing this Flask, if it is telling that some warning is there for installation upgradation, means you have to do that, right? So for installation of this Flask, after creating this environment, as a next step, let me show it here. Here go to CD scripts. Now you try pip install Flask, right? Or you can just do like this, activate alone first. Okay, for activation, it will not be available inside the scripts folder. Come out and give this activate. No, it's not working. So let me install this first. Pip install Flask. Once if you install this Flask, yeah, it's already been created. Okay, sorry, I am searching it in scripts folder. Actually, what I should do is I should open that pad folder. Inside that, I have to go to that. This is the virtual environment, please. So inside that, we have created one FAT1 folder, and inside that scripts, now we are giving this activate, right? Once you, if you give this, that virtual environment is activated, you will get that folder name here, which is telling that this is the virtual environment. Now you can give your installation of Flask, right? So let me give it here as pip install Flask. Okay. Go to the folder, Python folder. Okay. Create one directory using mkdir. Okay, mkdir directory name. Right. Once if we give this, open command prompt. That is the first step. Create directory. After creating this directory, execute the command Python -m virtual environment, the directory name. Okay. If the directory name is dir name, just you can give like this. And go and search, see the folder. In the folder, you will be having the scripts folder and all the virtual environment file, everything will be available. Lib file will also, folder will be available. Now come back to this command prompt. Inside that, go to that particular folder, cd directory name, change the directory. Okay, and inside that we are having that scripts folder, no? So go to that. Now give activate, right? Sorry, just you can give that activate alone, so that even if you give like this, it will work. Inside that cd scripts, you can activate it. Once if you give this, you will get that directory name followed by the complete prompt will be coming like this, right? So this virtual environment is generated here like this, right? So this is the name of the directory what I have created, the directory name which is enclosed inside this bracket, and then the prompt is coming, right? So here you can install Flask. Once if you create, use this command, all the files, all the files related to that Flask will be extracted, and you can use it here. Okay. So up to this, it's okay. Now we are going to write the Python program to run this Flask. So for that, open ideally. So in that ideally, let me first try with one simple file. The name of the file is hello.py, right? That hello.py is going to be saved in the folder, the new directory what we have created. Okay. So from the Flask, we are going to import that Flask module, and app name is, the Flask name should be given, and at app the root, the function name should be given here, and this is the function definition for hello, and this is going to return hello world. Okay, and if this is the function which is to be executed, and this is the main one. If name is main, just app.thread, right? Save this as hello.py file. As I have created the new fat1 directory, in this I am saving this Python file. Okay, so once if you run the created, come out of this cd scripts, change the directory to fat1. As we are having our hello.py file here, let's do this one. Okay, so it's showing that serving Flask app hello, and this is the server. You can use this and open the page. Let me create one page. Just give. It will print us hello world here. Okay, but as we are this is the basics for creating this Flask, but I have already run this ngrok, no, so it's not coming. It's showing error, so let me close it and try once again. Let me come out and try again. Python hello.py. So actually, once if you run this, it will show the output as hello world.py, because already I have created in another one file. The same is available now, so you are getting this error. Otherwise, it will show it will create this hello world will be displayed. Use that and try again once here. Yeah, hello world is coming, because uh, as I created one more fat folder, and I ran that ngrok server, so we couldn't get the output here. If I close that server, I will make this hello.py. I can execute that hello.py file, and you will get the output here. Right? This is the basics for creation of Flask. Now let's get back to our dialogflow.com. So this server is ready, right? So let me get back to that one. So in this, create one more command prompt. I told you to search the folder where we have our ngrok, right? So in the downloads, you will see cd ngrok.exe http 5000, right? Once if you start run this, we have to stop this server, right? So then only you will get the output in a class, right? Fine. So it's been created. Let me copy this and paste it in this fulfillment page, right? So in the fulfillment page, already we have this, no? As I closed and opened the other one, let me save it. Okay, right? Now we have to extract the informations what is typed in this chatbot, right? This dialog flow information should be retrieved by the Python program. So instead of that simple hello.py, here let's write one more file, that is index.py. First of all, you are importing this Flask as well as the request. This is the request coming from the client. So here we are going to get the request from the dialog flow, right? So that request may be either in a get method or post method. If the request method is get method, just we are going to tell that hello not connected to me, and we are going to process if that method is of post type, right? So we are going to collect that request from the JSON file, and the name of that request is given here. And in this, we are going to retrieve query text of this query result. I have already told you, when you are creating this, once if we give this, see in the diagnostic information in the JSON file, query result, inside that we are having this query test, right? So that is going to be retrieved, and that is your user response. User responses, the request.json file name is PA, PA of query result of query text. And the bot response is this fulfillment text. So query result, inside that you are having this fulfillment text. So these two are enclosed in a bracket, that is it is taken as tuple, and we are checking whether that is information is not an non-empty string. If it is a non-empty string, just you can print that as this is user response and this is bot response. Okay, so you can print it. And in case if it is get method, and if it is post method, we are doing this. If it is neither get method nor post method, means just you can print request dot data and then return 200. Okay, save this file. Now I am going to save this in the folder what we have created, right? Fat1.py. No, so here I am saving it. Okay, so let me get into that command prompt again. Cd dot cd of fat1. I'm having that Python file now. So Python index.py. Once if you execute this, immediately it is showing that serving Flask app index, right? So it is creating this one, and here user is giving Nazir here. Hello Nazir, may I help you? Right? So let's see here. In this response, user says Nazir here. So user is Nazir here. And what response is hello Nazir, may I help you? We are extracting this information in this. Okay. Now let me give some other intent, like hi Fazila, how can I help you? I am giving the expressions related to that get name intent, right? If I am giving some other intent, if it is unable to classify that event intent, then it won't respond anything. But if I give I am Fazila, this is categorizing this as get name intent, and your bot is responding as hi Fazila, how can I help you, right? So that information can be extracted and we can get it in our Python program. That's all about creation of dialog flow, intelligent agent in using dialog flow, and to invoke it from the Python program. If you want to include any customized intent type, you can do that by calling this intent one. Here we can have lot of intent. You can type it here. Just you can let me list it first. When the user is given the name, giving their name, it is asking, hello Fazila, how can I help you? Know. So as a follow up of this, we can create add follow up intent. So in this follow-up intent, you can specify whether you want to create a customized intent or if the intent is of type yes or no. If the user is asking, telling that information as yes means that state of that flow of dialogue will be going according to that part. So for yes, next you will ask about what are the services you need, how can I help you, like all the informations you can give. In the if the user is giving no means, for that also you can create one intent and you can say that what else you need. Okay, like that you can ask. So for that you can create one such intent for yes as well as no. Otherwise, for fallback also you can give if the user is not responding anything. And if the user is telling that later I will ask you, for that also you can create. These are the default intent, and you are having that customized intent also. So in this, you can ask any type of event intent, and if you want to give your own expressions and the corresponding responses, you can do as we did for this name 3. Okay, get name 3 we have done now. The same way you can give all these responses as well as parameters, what is to be included in this expressions that can be given. And finally, you have to enable this webhook. Then only this webhook function will be invoked. See here, the name of the function is webhook. This webhook function will be invoked only if I enable this one. Okay, hope you understand this one. Uh, Thank you.